What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we will be reacting to Rick Mercer talking to Americans. Other than that, let's jump right into it, man. I'm not wasting no more time. NYC, that's the NYC. Hey, this is my city. You better not let me down, man.
Recently revealed that 70% of grade 7 students in Canada couldn't find their state on an unmarked map and also couldn't name their congressman. Do you think this indicates that there's a crisis in our education system in Canada?
I think that would definitely indicate a crisis.
That's pretty sad, yeah.
Yeah? Our education system in Canada?
I think that would definitely indicate a crisis.
Let me see him again.
That there's a crisis in our education system in Canada?
I think that would definitely indicate a crisis.
That's pretty sad, yeah.
Yeah? What about yourself?
Yeah, I think it's disgraceful
Yeah.
that people are that unaware of the world that they live in. Home state.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Oh, yeah. Who is this dude? You see how he just jumped in and started going along with it? You one of them ones, bro. You talk about yourself, brother, man. Come on.
Disgraceful that people are that unaware of the world that they live in.
Home state in Canada, there's really not that many of them, correct?
No.
There's like
11.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a problem.
Congratulations, Canada, on allowing dogs as house pets.
We're planning to raise enough money to buy a few acres of rainforest land, and that helps to save the rainforest little by little.
So I've got a message to Prime Minister Guy Lafleur up there in Montreal.
To Prime Minister Guy Lafleur, Montreal, Canada. Whereas the Labrador mammoth elephant is threatened by Labrador's unregulated urban sprawl.
We respectfully ask that the Government of Canada designate Labrador's woolly elephant an endangered species.
It's a great thing to do.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you. So you're trying to buy acres of rainforest?
Yeah.
It's not a scam, is it? A recent survey in Canada showed that 70% of grade 7 students couldn't find their home state on an unmarked map. Do you believe that this shows that there's a crisis in Canada's public education system?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, I do.
Hang on. Canada has provinces.
The number one killer in Canada.
That's bad. That's bad. I know it's a kid. All right. It's a kid. He only knows what he's being taught, at home and at school. Forgive him. Allow him to learn. We can't crack on him. He's the youth.
Canada's public education system?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, I do.
Hang on. Canada has provinces.
80% of grade 7 students couldn't find their home state on an unmarked map. Do you believe that this shows that there's a crisis in Canada's public education system?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, I do.
Hang on. Canada has provinces.
Well, I mean, he didn't really say it like it was a question, though. So let me get off a little man back. Maybe he is a little he wasn't really saying it like a question. He was kind of just saying it. Oh, okay. So forgive me for what I said. Forget it. It looks like he's been learning already. You see, this is why it's cool. It's good for your kids to be on YouTube and all that. Not the YouTube kids. Well, that's educational. I'm with the educational things, but regular YouTube is best because, you're going to be, more open to broad things and you're going to learn a lot, things that they don't show on YouTube kids. Let your kid go on YouTube. You'll be surprised at what they learn. They might hit you with one of these facts one day. Where'd you learn that? Huh? They could have watched that ad and learned it from that ad. Like, kids got great memory as well. California, man. We go.
Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco. It is one of the most visited neighborhoods in one of the most visited cities in the entire world. Tourists have been known to leave their hearts here, but the question is, will they keep their wits about them? In Vancouver, the caribou herd is overrunning Vancouver, and it's been decided to cull the herd. There's two options. One is the traditional method of hunting caribou, which is to pummel them with Timbits. The second option is to shoot them with darts, and then...
You can't say Timbits to them. They don't know what Timbits is, man. You gotta say munchkins. You have to. That's the only term Americans really know is munchkins. Not Timbits. Yeah, that threw him
with
off
Timbits. The second option is to shoot them with darts and then while they're sedated to transport them to the Sydney Tarpons where they're from.
What's the first choice?
It's the traditional way. You just pummel the caribou with Timbits.
With Timbits.
Now say that again.
Pummel them with Timbits. That's the traditional way.
Yeah, it's kind of cruel, though. I don't know. I wouldn't sleep very well at night if I had to actually pummel them with Timbits.
Oh, no. You'll pummel me all day with Timbits. You go ahead. What? That's perfectly fine with me. What? You can't eat them all today. I eat them tomorrow. That's perfect.
I don't know. I wouldn't sleep very well at night if I had to actually pummel them with Timbits.
Oh, no. That's mean.
Don't do that?
No.
A lot of people make...
See, this is a fact right here. This proves that Americans just judge off of the words they hear around the word that they don't understand. For reference, okay, so pummeled by Timbits. They don't know what Timbits are, but pummeled, they know what that means. It means, it means like you're getting hurt. Like someone is you're either getting trembled, stomped over, people are throwing a lot of things at you, like stuff like that, man. It's like an overwhelming, painful situation. So they're looking at that word and then they're hearing Timbits and they don't know what that means, but they're just like, oh, that must hurt. You don't want to do that. Not even realizing that that's beautiful. That's like heaven right there. You got people throwing Timbits at you?
Oh, no. That's mean.
Don't do that?
No.
A lot of people make their living selling Timbits, right?
That's a good point.
And then also when you transport them back to Sydney Cape Breton, they wake up, they walk around for a bit, and then a couple of days later they're back in Vancouver.
He's lost.
So that doesn't help the problem then, does it?
No.
Get some good riflemen in there.
Okay. Over the Timbits.
Or the Timbits.
The question is, have you ever heard the term hullabaloo?
Hullabaloo?
Yourself?
Yes, I have. I've heard it used a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of hullabaloo about nothing.
In Canada, the word hullabaloo is a negative word, and it's very painful for Canadians because it refers to people from Hull in Quebec, and it has a very negative connotation. If we use the word hullabaloo, like in this piece, we'll have to beep it in Canada.
You're kidding.
We'll have to beep the word.
Is that like using the N-word, describing blacks?
Yeah, so we'd beep it.
Wait a minute. Where did she get that? Wait a minute. Where did we come from? Where did you just get that idea from? We wasn't even talking about that. Who gave you the idea to bring that up? You must have had it on your mind or something. I'm just saying, you must have once said or something. I'm just saying though. Why you had that on your mind? You had the N-word on your mind. Is it like the N-word? You could say the N-word on TV. You could say the N-word in movies. Yeah, you could say the N-word. It's usually like the F word and all that. That's why I'm curious. I'm like, I don't really bleep out the N-word. Too many people don't say the N-word on live TV unless, certain people get away with it. Like, our comedians, Kevin Hart, Chris Rock. Some of our comedians get away with it because that's what they're known for. Who cares? They're not going to bleep them out. If they do say it, sometimes they get bleeped out, sometimes they don't. But regardless as they're saying it, it doesn't really get bleeped out as much as you think it should. But that's like on BET and all that. They don't really care. She got too much on her mind. I'm like, what?
Word.
Is that like using the N-word, describing blacks?
Yeah, so we'd beep it. I can say it because I'm a hullaballoonian.
Okay.
I
didn't realize it was that bad, honestly.
I'm one American that won't use hullabaloo again.
Just say I'll never use the H word again.
I am one American who will never use hullabaloo because it's hurtful to Canadians.
Do you see the boat on there?
Yes.
That's the Blue Nose. It was one of the most successful racing schooners in the world. It was a Canadian racing schooner, the Blue Nose. I don't know if you learned about it in school or not. Our most famous racing captain, his name is Blinky Mulrooney, is now building a replica of this boat. It's called the Brown Nose, and it's going to be in America's Cup.
America salutes Marooney's brown nose.
Work from Canada. Do you think Al Gore would know that Toronto was the capital of Canada?
Well, I would hope so, but he probably does.
You don't hear him talk about Canada, do you?
No, you don't. Of course not.
That's true, you don't. No.
Do you think he'd know that Toronto was the capital of Canada?
Well, I'll give him credit. He might know that.
So you two are big Gore supporters?
Very much so.
Absolutely. Pretty politically active?
Very much so.
Yes. Do you think it might be a good idea if Canada allowed daily newspapers?
Definitely think so. Why don't they?
Congratulations, Canada, on reaching a population of 1 million.
So you'd be voting for Gore?
I believe so. Congratulations, Canada, for legalizing VCRs.
So you used to work in news?
I did for about 15 years. Congratulations, Canada, on
What? What did he? What?
I believe so. Congratulations, Canada, for legalizing VCRs.
So you used to work in news.
I did for about 15 years. Congratulations, Canada, on legalizing staplers.
Congratulations, Canada, on getting electric lights in Parliament.
Congratulations, Canada, for finishing the channel to China.
If you were a Canadian, you'd like to see Canada allow daily newspapers.
Absolutely.
So we should have a daily newspaper in Canada?
I would think that for those people that would take advantage of it, certainly.
Mr. Gore, question from Canada. You know, it is a tradition that newly elected presidents always make their first foreign visit a trip to the capital of Canada. Can we expect to see President Gore in Toronto in the new year?
Well, I'm just focused on the election.
Do you think he'd know, like, that Toronto was the capital of Canada?
Well, yeah, if you think that's real important.
Still got time. And I like our chances.
Excuse me, Secretary, question from Canada, from the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Prime Minister Jean Poutine said that he wouldn't endorse any candidate in this race. The Prime Minister of Canada, Jean Poutine, said that he would not endorse any candidate in this race, and today he said that he believed that George W. Bush should be the man to lead the free world into the 21st century. How important is this endorsement?
I think he's a very smart man to make that endorsement because he's exactly right.
Governor Engler, question from Canada. Question from Canada. Prime Minister Jean Poutine said that he wouldn't endorse any candidate in this election. Now he said that he believes George W. Bush is the man to lead the free world into the 21st century. Is this an important endorsement?
I certainly think he's got very good judgment in making that kind of a statement about George W. Bush.
Do you believe Mr. Bush will be happy to hear about Mr. Poutine's endorsement?
I think he'll be very, very ecstatic to hear that. I know he thinks very highly of him and regards him very highly. So
Thanks
I think
very
he'll
much.
be very happy to hear that.
Governor Bush, a question from Canada. Good luck. Question from Canada.
All right, what about it?
Prime Minister Jean Poutine said that he wouldn't endorse any candidate. He says that you look like the man who should lead the free world into the 21st century. Yeah, so what do you think about that? How's his endorsement?
Well, I appreciate his strong statement. He understands I believe in free trade. He understands I want to make sure our relations with our most important neighbor to the north of us, the Canadians, is strong, and we'll work closely together.
Did not working with you. Oh my gosh, like I would have laughed in his face. Like, oh, I just oh, Billy, let me get a chance to see where we at. Where we trying to No. Stand for it.
Stanford University, California. Graduates of this place have received 17 Nobel Prizes for science. It is located in the very heart of Silicon Valley. It is the first and only choice for those whose destiny involves the new knowledge and the global economy. In
He
Canada,
says science. You better not ask him no history, no geography, none of that. Please. You know they're gonna fail it. You gotta ask them something science related, man.
we're facing a doctor's strike in Quebec, and the issue is smoking, because the Department of Health has said that doctors in Quebec can no longer smoke during surgery, and doctors see it as an assault on the French-Canadian culture if they can't smoke in the surgery theater.
Okay. Well, I guess if they could get the permission of their patients beforehand.
Actually, it really wouldn't bother me, but I don't speak for everybody.
I think the patient should have the right to decide whether the doctor would be smoking.
These people are saying, well, this is an attack on the French culture if we can't have a glass of wine and a cigarette during surgery, and sometimes they could go on for 5 hours. This is their argument.
I understand that, but there's certain health protocols that need to be followed.
In America, you have Jackson's Hole, Wyoming, and Woods Hole, Massachusetts. In Canada, we have an ecological preserve. It's called Joe Clark's Hole. It's getting a lot of attention as an ecological wonder. A lot of young people especially want to come visit it and such, but it's very dangerous there, and we've lost a couple of tourists this year, and as a result, there's a movement in Canada to just seal Joe Clark's Hole entirely from the public, and people would not be able to enter it.
Obviously, anything that we can do to preserve the environment would be in everybody's best interest.
Well, I think it's every person's right to go see what they want, even though it may be dangerous. And yes, they'll probably have to know the precautions. They have to maybe have
have someone take them in there who's been trained. So would you agree that we should probably, as Canadians, we should keep all trained vehicles out of Joe Clark's hole?
Well, it sounds, I mean, I don't know, I can't say what the Canadians should do.
So if you were going into Joe Clark's hole, you would prefer to hike versus take an all-trained vehicle?
Yeah, or bicycle.
No to helicopter tours in Joe Clark's hole.
Congratulations, Canada, for offering bilingual tours of Joe Clark's hole.
And on that note, it is time to say goodbye from Washington, D.C. I trust you'll agree when I say that this broadcast has a great educational purpose. In fact, it is my fond dream that someday this program will be shown in all of our schools. And if only one child is inspired...
Man, it needs to be shown in all of our schools. Yo, we actually finished the video. We done finished the actual video. This was amazing, guys. If you all enjoyed these lovely interviews of Rick Mercer talking to Americans, oh my goodness. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on. Please continue to flood my comment section, my suggestion link, and Instagram DMs. You guys have been going crazy on Instagram. You guys have been following a brother and flooding my DMs. Thank you so much. Keeping me busy on a daily basis and allowing us to learn and just, you know, being able to smile. It's the fun education, not the one they give you in school, man. Depends on the teacher you got. I mean, if you got a cool teacher, then all right, that's fair. But I mean, it's like, what are the chances? You know, what are really the chances of you getting a cool teacher like that? If I was a teacher, I don't want to go on a rant. If I was a teacher though, I would be so cool. Like, I have some of the smartest students. I have the smartest students in that whole school. They'll be showing out for me. They'll be showing out for me under my name. I'll be one of the coolest teachers. All my students be educated and we can have fun with it. We don't gotta stick to the books and, you know, the little guidelines they got here in America. Forget that. Please feel free to follow my Twitch in the description down below, and feel free to share the Twitch link to your friends and family members so that they can have the opportunity to join us along throughout the weekdays and weekends in our fabulous live streams. Just us kicking back, chilling, relaxing, watching videos, eating foods, just sitting here talking to each other, playing video games, going through Reddit posts, TikToks, core discussions. What else? Do I gotta keep going? Like, I have a lot of ideas, guys, and I know you guys will really look forward to it and enjoy it. So please feel free to follow up the Twitch. Please feel free to let me know in the comment section your honest thoughts on these American interviews. Like, how did you feel? How pathetic was this, man, on a scale 1 to 10? I mean, my goodness. If this was you being caught in this video, would you show out as an American? Would you show out, or be honest, would you make a fool out of yourself like how these other Americans did? And as a Canadian, what do you guys think about this? Like, were you surprised of how many people were clueless, or did you pretty much already have an idea like, yeah, majority of these Americans, if not all of them, are going to be clueless on whatever questions it may be? You know, anything related to Canada, Americans are not going to know about. They think Canada's a state. They don't even know that you guys own country, your own independence. So, I mean, we got a long way to go, you know, in educating people. And, you know, it's all about doing it in a positive way as well. So I would go out into the public and interview my fellow Americans, but have fun with it. You know, like, I would question them, and if they got it wrong, I'll probably laugh. Maybe, you know, it's cool. It's all number tough love, but I would still educate them and give them the right answer and then walk off, you know. And I would keep that in the video. I wouldn't just make them look like a fool, though, and, you know, they say something foolish and that's it. I wouldn't do that to them. You know, I'll give them a chance. At least let the other viewers know, like, okay, this person walked off educated. At least they know now the right answer. Everyone stay safe, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video, man.